particle senses is that there's an electric field going by. Brooke, I'm trying to figure out if your look is I can't quite read what he's written there, or would you please hurry up and move on to the next one?
It's kind of both. Okay, so the second one, you say that the first one is negative charge in an electric field will travel opposite to the electric field, and then you have all these dots.
The quote, this is just the ditto marks, that positive charge in electric field travels with the electric field.
Okay, I see.
The first little mark is a plus sign, the rest of them are ditto marks.
Okay. I just saw a bunch of dots and I was like, are those supposed to be electrons? Okay.
They're supposed to be ditto marks,
Okay, sweet.
because I just didn't feel like writing words.
Yeah, I would. Thank you.
All right, so the next one, potential energy. If I put a particle at rest and it's going to move because of other charges, then that means its kinetic energy will increase. So the particle at rest will move. So therefore kinetic energy increases. Since the electric force is conservative, my change in potential energy must decrease. So that sets up the problem. The second part is if a negative charge, if negative charge moves toward positive charge, the change in the electric potential energy will decrease. Sorry, just had a brain burp there. So the particle at rest will move, so kinetic energy increases, therefore potential will decrease. If I put a negative charge, positive charge here, from a math point of view, it's that the potential energy becomes more negative.
Is it necessary to put a subscript E for electric by those, or is it just?
I think within, such as right here.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary, because I think with context you're good, but this one up here, I think you can get away with more than this one down here, because this is specific to charges, whereas this is, I like to take an object anywhere,
Right.
and I let go if it's in a conservative, if conservative forces are doing work on it,
Yeah.
then kinetic's gonna increase, potential will decrease.
Right, okay.
And then, if positive charge moves away from positive charge, by changing potential energy, the electric potential energy it decreases. It becomes less positive.
And if for some reason we have to explain this on an exam, would you prefer that we use the less than greater than symbols, or you sometimes use the little arrows that kind of like slant downwards, you know?
Either one.
It's all the same.
I was just more in a formal mood,
Okay. Just.
as you can tell from the ditto marks. And then the last one's electric potential. Any questions on this one before I do the fourth one? Good for that. So potential decreases going away from positive, I guess, source. V increases. I guess we can still do decreases. Going toward negative source. So these are just points in space. I'm not talking about anything moving towards or away other than a location in space. And then the second part of it is negative charges want to move to higher potential. Positive charges want to move to lower potential. And I'm pretty sure there's some videos out there with the links posted where I talk about the exact same thing. As a reminder, while I'm thinking about it, don't forget that I think 11:59 p.m. tonight, the solutions will be posted. So if you're handing this in, I need to make sure it is sent to me or somehow gotten to me before then.
Scanning and emailing is okay for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're sort of past the ideal. Questions?
So the voltage that's the electric potential or electric potential energy?
V is electric potential. It is not voltage. What is voltage anyway?
I don't know.
Units for electric potential.
Those are volts. Aren't volts and voltage different? Or
Coulombs
those-
per joule.
No, joule.
All right, so a volt is a coulomb per joule.
Yeah.
Sorry, joule per coulomb.
Joule per
Joule.
coulomb.
V is the symbol in this case right here, since this is not the unit. The V in this case is the electric potential, not voltage. The question I asked is, what is voltage? Or what's the relationship between electric potential and voltage? Besides that they both use the same unit of volts.
Don't you measure electric potential in volts?
You do, but still the question is, what is
Oh.
voltage?
It's the change in, one of them has a delta symbol,
Yes,
right?
voltage is the change in electric potential. Because what matters is the difference in electric potential in terms of trying to get a charge moving from one spot to another.
Okay, so electric potential difference is voltage.
Yes,
Okay.
or when you're feeling a little bit lazier, just potential difference. Presumably, within context, it's understood to be electric potential difference.
For some reason, they all sound different. Every time I read it, like going through the homework, I was like, I don't even know if I know what this is. But it is all the same thing, just different phrasings.
Yeah, and part of the questions there is, do you know that voltage and electric potential difference are the same thing? I think that was on this question right there. Yeah, because I asked, C asked for voltage and D asked for electric potential difference.
Which is the same.
One was from plate to plate, and the other one was from plate to middle. Went in the other direction. All right. Questions?
Can I say one last thing? I know
Yeah.
we're about to start a lecture, so while we're talking about the exam, and I don't want this to be rude at all towards you, but I just want to make a PSA for everyone who has not had Dr. Fox before. These exams are very lengthy, and I personally would have failed all of them if I was not able to stay past the end of the time period. And I don't know if that's something that we will be doing again, but like, I feel like it's worth putting a heads up in that did happen last term.
Yeah,
Food for
yeah,
thought.
there
Food for
is
thought.
precedence, lots of precedence for that.
Yeah. I personally will never have an appointment within an hour or two of an exam day in this class, purely
I will
just
say-
in case, just in case.
The 252 test, they had just under 3 hours of actual class schedule time. The last person finished with about 15 minutes to spare.
Oh, wow.
So it is possible for me to give a test that is done within the time frame.
Within a 3-hour time frame.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I got some really good advice that I started, the pandemic messed it up. But the good advice was, when I think I have the right number of problems, take one out.
Right.
Are our quizzes graded from Friday to study with?
Pardon?
Are our quizzes graded
Yes.
from Friday to study with?
Yes. Yeah, I've got some stuff. Some people were here right before class and got some stuff back, and the rest of them I'll head back. All right, so let's pick up where we left off. So we have our formula for a resistor. Rho is the resistivity. That's a number that either you look up or will be, well, I guess if it's given to you, you still look it up, or you'll give enough information to figure it out. L is the length of the wire. I guess reiterating something said before, resistivity is material dependent. And then A is the cross-sectional area of the wire. So if I have a long wire right here, and we'll just say that distance from here to here is L1, and the distance from here to here is L2. Well, the total resistance would be rho times L1 plus L2 divided by A. Let's assume that the area of the wire is the same all the way across, and it's the same material.
I'm sorry, where you have the arrow pointing to A, it says cross-section of what?
Cross-sectional area of wire.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions right now? Oh. In terms of